So then guys, the hype is coming. Apple are making a foldable iPhone and it's actually going to be coming sooner than we think. Could we actually see it with the iPhone 17s next year? Well, today we're going to reveal everything that we know about the next generation of an iPhone, what could be a foldable one. And I want to give you all the details about this today. So that's right guys, funny enough, in the last couple of weeks or so, we've actually had loads of leaks and rumours just coming in about a foldable iPhone that is on its way. At the moment, as you know, Samsung is the king of foldables, but we are getting a lot of other companies like OnePlus, Google themselves, Oppo, Xiaomi, and that's just a few that I can list off just the top of my head who are making foldable devices. But the one company that is not making a foldable device at the moment is just Apple. But this looks like this could be changing in the next couple of years. We've had so many leaks and rumors over the last years that Apple are making a foldable device, or specifically a foldable iPhone. If you look right here, we've had so many different kind of patents coming in from Apple showing that they want to make a foldable device. And it looks like that time is finally coming at last with all the reports I want to share with you today. Now, the first question you're probably going to ask is, what type of foldable iPhone are we going to get from Apple? Because at the end of the day, the likes of, say, Samsung right now, they have two foldable Galaxy phones. One of them is known as simply the Galaxy Fold. And for example, very recently, we got the Galaxy Fold 6, and this is a brand new design, what I absolutely love, but this is kind of like opening up, say, a page of paper, as it were. You get a big canvas kind of screen, but when it's folded, you do actually get a thin screen on the front. And a lot of people do like this design, but it is quite expensive to manufacture. But overall, for multitasking and abilities, this is a great device to actually have. But the other device that Samsung also make is the flip devices, and these are far cheaper to manufacture, and obviously the screen inside of this is probably maybe the size of almost, say, a Galaxy S24 Ultra. But the main advantage is that when you actually fold it and flip it, what you actually get is you get another screen here where you can have notifications, where you can access, say, your camera and all sorts of other things, and you can really customize this out, what is really awesome. And it looks like that Apple have been watching these trends going over what is most likely what people want in their pocket. And I'm going to say this now, if you're in favor of, say, a completely foldable kind of device like the Galaxy Fold, it doesn't look like that Apple are going to be making this. It's more likely they're going to be making the camshell kind of flip kind of device going forward as their foldable iPhone. As you can see right here, this report actually explains this, that this is what Apple are optimizing their technology to do right now. And personally, I think that making a sort of flip kind of device, maybe this could be called the iPhone Flip, I don't know, but it's probably going to be easier on the hinge to make. One of the main reasons why so many of you guys don't want to go over to a foldable phone is because of that hinge, and also because of that crease in the actual phones that exist right now. Because over time, this actually wears in far worse than it does when you get it on day one, and a lot of you guys are not convinced yet to actually go over to something like this. And I believe that Apple could probably manufacture something like this far easier than it would be to actually make a sort of foldable kind of phone like the Galaxy Fold right now. Also the case that it's very easy just to move all of iOS software onto a device like this, especially at the moment we're going to be getting, say, the iPhone 16 models, and they're going to have, say, a 6.3 inch display and also, say, a 6.9 inch display. You can imagine if this flip sort of device actually had, say, a 6.7 inch display or 6.6 inch display, it's going to be very easy for Apple to actually manufacture their iOS software to work with this than a complete fold out sort of display, what would work more like, say, an iPad mini. And just in case you wanted to know, if you're getting a bit upset that you won't actually get a foldable device like the Galaxy Fold, the good news is it does still look like Apple are looking to make other foldable devices, and one of them could be an iPad mini, what could have a display size what could be about 8 inches or so, the kind of size that we have right now with the current iPad mini, but this would actually fold in half like a Galaxy Fold. The main key difference is obviously it wouldn't actually be an iPhone, it's more likely to be an iPad Fold, as it were. But that's another story for another day, what we'll talk about in another video. But the main thing is, it does look like that a clamshell device or design is coming coming from Apple instead. So the next question is probably going to be all to do with actual tech specs. What kind of tech specs are we expecting to see on this? Well, most likely we're probably going to get, say, a 120Hz display on the inside, and it would be very similar to the likes of what we have on, say, an iPhone sort of 16 Pro or iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like I said, it'll be Pro Motion most likely, and on the front we'd actually probably have a small screen very similar to what Samsung are doing right now, and other companies like Motorola with their Razr Ultra and Motorola generally. We'd have something very similar. We'd have a screen there where you can get your notification and also interact with that screen, maybe to take pictures and other things too. I know you're going to be saying this sounds like you're just copying other manufacturers. Well, to be deadly honest, I think this is what Samsung and obviously the other Android companies are doing against themselves, and Apple just going to be joining into the game here, doing exactly the same there. But for the actual, say, cameras on the back, we probably won't get, say, 4 lenses or even 3 lenses. We'll probably just get the standard wide and ultra wide. Don't expect this kind of foldable phone to be actually a pro phone. It will just kind of interact there as its own sort of individual phone, will just be a flip or foldable phone out there. So it won't sit into a pro category, and it won't also fit into, say, the normal iPhone sort of normal category, if we can say that, like the normal iPhone 16 and or even the iPhone 16 Plus as an example. So do expect that, and also do expect that battery life would be very similar to a traditional, say, iPhone 16 that we have right now. So do not expect really thick batteries inside of this, and Apple will probably work on this to actually have, say, probably USB 2.0 kind of speed, charging speeds inside of this phone too. So that is really cool if you want to go for this kind of clamshell sort of design, as you can see right here. But something that will happen probably way before a foldable or flip iPhone comes out, and that is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this. This here is an iPad Pro 13-inch with an M4 inside of it, 512 gigabytes of storage too. And I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber on this channel at the end of September time, and you can still enter in right now. All you have to do to enter into this giveaway is just be a subscriber on this channel and just put down in the comments below of what technology you're hoping to still get in 2024. Whether this be Apple related or not, just put it down into the comments below right now. And like I said, guys, make sure you also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, because like I said, I'll be announcing who the subscriber winner is at the end of September time, and there will be a little video just before there giving more details about the giveaway, so you don't want to miss out on that. There will be a little form to fill in too and things like that, what I'll be talking about in that video, and I'll also be announcing when the live stream is, when we're going to be giving away this iPad Pro, so you don't want to miss out on this. So the best thing you can do right now, guys, I would say, is to make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. And with that as well, guys, just one other thing I want to quickly say, I'm actually also going to be giving away, if I can get it, one of these. This here is a Magic Keyboard, and this is going to go along with the iPad Pro, so that lucky subscriber is going to get their hands on the Magic Keyboard and the iPad Pro. The other thing I just want to quickly say, guys, is sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out here on YouTube. People still impersonating me, telling you to WhatsApp them, Telegram them, Vibe them, Instagram them, pay for money for postage and things like this. This is not me at all. I'll be paying for the postage and taxes and things like this on this international giveaway, so the best thing you can do is ignore them, or better still, you can see right here, please do report them. So next of all then, what about the release date, and also what about the price of this flip or foldable iPhone, whatever you want to call it? Well, again, we've had lots of reports in telling us when we're going to be getting our hands on this new foldable iPhone. As you can see here, it looks like the target date was 2025 or 2026. So this could mean we could have an iPhone 17 flip or an iPhone 17 fold, but this doesn't probably going to be likely to happen. More than likely it's going to happen in 2026 or in 2027, as you can see from this report right here. What you've got to remember, Apple are perfectionists. They won't want to launch out or kind of bring out a product what has a bad crease inside of it if it's going to be a flip phone, or let's say after a year or so that crease is getting really bad. They don't want to be responsible for this, so they're probably working on ways of getting that hinge absolutely perfect. So this is why that date is pushed back really far. Remember, Apple are never normally the first to do things with hardware. What they actually do instead, they grab hold of hardware and then alter it and perfect it, and it looks like this is exactly what they're going to be doing doing here, and this is why that release date is probably being pushed out over to 2026 or 2027. So we'll just have to wait until then. For the actual prices and things like this, well, there's not really been much kind of information of what the price of this will be, but we can take samples from other companies out there. So for example, Samsung right now, what they're charging is $1,100 as it were for the clamshell Flip 6 right now, and probably Apple are going to sort of target that kind of same sort of pricing there. It'll probably be cheaper than say an iPhone sort of Pro, what will be out at that time. I'm not going to say what number it's going to be, but it probably will, just like I said, still have the sort of standard chip inside but no Pro chip, and it won't probably have the best cameras. The main thing that you'll be paying for is the idea that the phone folds. At the end of the day, what I always say is that, for example, the Galaxy S24 normal, not the Ultra, is very similar to the Flip 6 that we have right now. In fact, the normal S24 probably actually has an extra camera that can do a few more benefits than the Flip, but it costs far less than the Flip 6. But like I said, you're paying for that kind of flip device, that extra screen on the back and all of that. That is what you're paying for with that. But guys, really, that is the latest and greatest that we have on a new iPhone Fold or iPhone Flip, what you want to call it. Would you be interested in getting one? Would you get your hands on one? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also on that note, guys, it's time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. Also, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell too. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.